friend Ali Rapani, really, really a great guy. And I think you get a sense, understands the market, understands financial markets really, really well. And so yeah, this for me is how I've been fortunate, how I've been lucky. Just the right people, the right conversations, the right spaces, the right exposure. I always say to people, wealth is formulaic. There are no secrets to wealth. Wealth is formulaic. There is a formula that if you follow, you will create wealth. There are different levels of wealth, and we won't all reach the same level. But if you follow the formula, you will be wealthier tomorrow than you were yesterday. Wealth is formulaic. So the real question becomes, what's the formula? Well, the first part of the formula is that you've got to get into the habit of getting your money to work for you. There are several ways to make money. The one is in exchange for labor. So I do something and you pay me. The other is in exchange for expertise. So I think in a particular way and I execute on what I think and you pay me. But the other and more effective way is that I put my money in something that makes money. And that's probably the most coherent wealth generation strategy. You have got to get yourself into something that makes money when you are not making money. I think it was Warren Buffett that said, real money makes money while you're sleeping. And so you've got to get yourself into that position. For me, kind of the reason I moved from, running a very successful consulting business, once I exited that, got into an investment business, first into the unlisted space, burnt my fingers and learned an awful lot about, as Vinnie Lingham once said to me, illiquid equity. When you're watching your position in a company go up and up and up, and on paper you're worth a ton of money, but you're not liquid because you can't sell that stuff because it's in a private holdings. And then I started learning a little bit about what happens in actual traditional capital markets, what happens in financial markets, what are the liquid instruments that I can trade and get into where I can generate wealth without taking undue risk. Because my whole thing is, there's three things. First, I don't want to lose sleep over it. Second, if I don't understand it, I'm not doing it. And third is I try to partner with people who are experts at what they're doing. Guys like Ali, who I know will hold my hand as we're doing stuff and they'll do it well. So wealth is formulaic. Remember that. If you want to create wealth and generate wealth, wealth is formulaic. There is nothing I, by the God's grace, have been able to do and have been able to achieve that cannot be taught and cannot be learned. Our blessings will be different and the scales will be different, but the formula is exactly the same. The second thing is that you have got to get yourself into the habit of constantly be learning, constantly be learning from new information, new sources, and new people. And there's different types of information. There's information from experts, guys like Ali, right? He's in the market every day. He's trading in the market every day. He's managing literally tens of millions of pounds worth of clients' assets for us at Squared. And so we know that he knows what he's doing. And so have a conversation with a guy like this is a game changer. But there are other ways that you can glean this conversation. Are you on Bloomberg? Bloomberg is live every day, guys. Every single day. So even if you can't afford the cost of the terminal, at the very least, you should be watching and listening to what's happening there. If you're in South Africa, for my South African audience, are you on MoneyWeb or platforms like MoneyWeb? You've got to get yourself into the habit of streaming knowledge into your head about how money moves, how money makes money, right? And what I've found over the years is that there is a level of assimilation that takes place. You get to a point where you're able to pull together pieces of thought and logic because you've been listening to those pieces of thought and logic for so long that it begins to make sense for you, and so you can make it your own. And the third is take your time. When it comes to wealth, sadly, there is, and I say sadly, the fastest way to lose your money is to get into a get-rich-quick scheme. The fastest way to lose your money is a get-rich-quick scheme. The quickest way to poverty is a get-rich-quick scheme. It doesn't matter what that get-rich-quick scheme is. Anything that is an investment guarantees you an outcome. You need to be careful of. You cannot guarantee an outcome. It's an investment, and it's subject to the movements of the market at any point in time on any day. So I've found that if you're deliberate, you're diligent, you're disciplined, you put your money in something that's going to work for you, and you stand your ground and you wait. You just wait. You'll trade through the cycles, but sooner or later you're going to be okay. So that was our inaugural